So, good morning, all. Today we are gonna see medical gas supply. So, medical gas supply is what is medical gas supply? Is like we will use uh, so much of medical gases in hospitality, right? So, what are all the gas we will use? Like oxygen, nitrous oxides, air, and some other carbon dioxides for surgery purpose also. So, these are all the medical gases we will use in the hospitals for treating the patients, right? So these medical gases are supplied through the one room, actually named as manifold room. Through the manifold room only, the entire hospitalities and various places of the hospitals, intensive care units, wards will get the medical gases from the manifold room only. Okay, so we will see on the next slides what is medical gases and where we will be came from the hospitalities and where medical gases are stored in the room. Okay, so manifold room. Manifold room is the main room to store the medical gases and supply the medical gases through the entire various places of the hospitality wherever the medical gases are all are needed. Okay, so this it is situated in a convenient, well ventilated, spacious room, and mostly it was located in the ground floor, well away from the wards for easy transportability of the bulk cylinders, and a room was made up of fireproof room. Okay, so it was well ventilated room actually to spacious to store the medical gases in the cylinders in the manifold room. Okay, through that cylinders only, with the help of pipelines, we will supply the medical gases through over the hospitality. Okay, it is constructed with the non-flammable material actually and must have easy accessibility for the transporting vehicle to reach. So if we transporting the cylinders to some other places means in the hospitality area means we will have need to transport vehicles, right? If the vehicle not came into the hospitals, if the room was kept inside the hospital, so the room will be kept in the ground floor, some feasible places to the road of the transportability level. Okay, then only we will carry the cylinders to supply the medical gases from the various places of the hospitality range. Okay, the gas feed into the pipeline from huge cylinders, huge cylinders through the two manifolds controlled by an automatic control panel kept elsewhere in the hospital room in a room actually. Okay, so these pipelines will gas feed into the cylinders of the medical gases, and the manifold room control panel will handle the gas feeding tubes wherever they needed. Okay, usually also the manifolds acts like oxygens, nitrous oxide, oil-free filtered air from an air compressor, and vacuum from a vacuum tank. Oil-free filtered air is nothing but the air without the moisturizer actually. In atmosphere, like in the room surrounding air was moisturizer filled air. Okay, oil free air filtered air means there was an air compressor which will make an air into the moisturizer reduced air to for the medical purpose of the patient. For the medical purpose, it will only give the medical supply to ventilate the patients. Okay, okay, now see there was a picture in this slide. So this is the picture of manifold room. Okay, these in this way only the cylinders are kept in the room and the pipelines are in the top of the cylinders connected to the central supply line. Through that central supply lines only, the medical gases will be delivered the hospitals, like entire places of the hospitals, and supply to the overall area. Okay, okay, done. Then cylinders. Cylinders is the main thing in the manifold room. Okay, so cylinders are made up of molybdenum steel because molybdenum steel can withstand high pressures, and nowadays cylinders are made up of chromium alloy to decrease their weight because the molybdenum steel is okay with that better than iron actually. Molybdenum steel can withstand high pressure comparatively than the iron cylinders. Okay, nowadays we are using recent times we are using the cylinders with chromium alloy material. It will actually feasible for transportations actually. Okay, So then cylinder valves. Cylinder valves are fitted at the top of the cylinders, and the different type of cylinder valves are available like flush types and bullnose and etc. etc. These flush type valves are like open close type actually. If we rotate clockwise means it will open and anti-clockwise means it will close. That type of cylinder type valves only we used in the commonly used in the cylinders in the manifold room. Okay. Okay. See the picture in this slide, like there was a mentioned parts in the pictures, right? So this is the top of the cylinder, and the assembly of the cylinder, top of the cylinder was gas outlets, T handles, valve stems, cylinder valves, gaskets to connected to the machines, anger yoke valve, check valve, pin index configuration. So these are all the parts of the top of the cylinders to connect the valves and the pipelines of the manifold room. Okay. Okay. Pin index system. So this is the main safety mechanism play a vital and major role in the manifold room actually. So it is a safety mechanism to prevent the wrong fittings of cylinders at the other position. If some technicians in manifold room fitted the, they want to fit the cylinders in the wrong positions means it won't be fitted at that, because it the main purpose of pin index system is to prevent wrong fittings and external accidental problems. Okay, because by manually the technicians will fitted the cylinders means it was in some places was not fitted into the pipelines actually. So that only they are invented the pin index system for the safety mechanism of the cylinders purpose. Okay, it consists of two pins like 4 mm and 6 mm along on the yoke of the anesthesia machines. So the if you fitted into the anesthesia machines means there will be the pin index in the yoke assembly, and the cylinders will have an pin index yoke side. The pins are so positioned and it will be only we can fitted into the anesthesia machines. Okay, the pins are so positioned that the cylinders with the holes or corresponding distance can only be fitted at the position. I already said that the pins are so positioned to fit the cylinders, because of if the wrong fitting happen means the cylinder leakage will have, and long fitting will lead to accidental cylinder conditions also. So that only the pin index system is the main role. Okay.